How did she react to the book? Did anything surprise her when she read it?
You know, she flew through the first few chapters and, you know, said that, you know, she needed the name and address of the bullies, obviously, because it made her cry. And then I think, obviously, with anyone reading about their person's past, like, it probably took a little longer to get through the Naomi chapters. But, you know, what I told her is it's gonna help people, because you really won't read that honest of a dissection of a relationship many places, and it also explains like who I am and why, you know, how I got to the place I am now. It is a part of my story, and it was shared with a lot of people, and I was excited to not correct the narrative, but fill in the gaps. I think she really enjoyed it.
The book is out now. It's so good. What did you learn most about yourself in writing this book?
The whole process is a giant therapy session, essentially. I was just completely honest and, you know, about everything and told the full story. It really forced me to look in the mirror. I was always good at explaining away things or making excuses for things, you know, so that it wasn't my fault. I was good at blaming others. And I had no idea how kind of deep my issues with Adderall extended. So, you know, it really had its hand in a lot of facets of my life. And so it was nice to be able to look in the mirror and finally come to terms with all that.
What was the hardest part to write?
Just coming to terms with how much I let Adderall affect my life and my, you know, relationships, and, you know, to really read back my story, you know, and kind of admit that I was an addict.
I want to read you a quote that you wrote in this book.
Okay.
You said, "The person that they saw on the show does exist inside me. He's the person that I have struggled to overcome, whose constant presence haunts me and whispers, I am the real you. When I fall too deeply into my escapism, when the drinks and the music and the joy give me just the nudge I need to jump off that cliff of responsibility and into the dark sea, I realize that I will likely always struggle with him." When you hear that back, how do you kind of like feel about that? And is addiction something that you think you'll always struggle with?
I love that I was able to share that, because I really, you know, I'm in a great place. You know, I haven't taken Adderall in 3 years, and, you know, there's really no shame from it. I love being able to tell the story now, because obviously when I was taking it, I would have never said those things. But, you know, I never understood people who, you know, alcoholics that had been sober for 30 years and were like, I'm still an alcoholic, until I got off Adderall. Because, you know, I'm sure if I took it once, you know, that would be a bad thing. So I kind of it was my journey to understanding addiction.
Have you cut back on other substances like alcohol?
Yeah, except when we're filming.
Well, I was going to say there's a lot of drinking on the show as well.
You can't do a show like Winter House that we just filmed without drinking every day, which is, you know, crazy, and it's pretty tough. Fortunately, with Paige and with finding, you know, I kind of, with me, when I'm in a happy relationship, you know, I'm not going out or anything. We just like, you know, laying on the couch and ordering food and watching our shows. So yeah, definitely cut back with alcohol, other than, you know, when we're filming.
Who did help you the most when you were at your lowest with the Adderall addiction?
Honestly, my friends Graham and Anna Hayward in the Bahamas, because they were really the only ones that knew about it, you know, and they were very vocal about, you know, they hated the person I was when I was taking it.
Who should have showed up more for you during that time? Like, did anyone on the show know what was going on?
Not too many people knew what was going on, but you know, I'm sure if I reached out to Catherine, she would have.
Changing gears a little bit, Naomi played a part in writing this book. Where do you guys stand? Are you friends? Are you friendly?
It was just I didn't think it was right for me to tell our story without her input. I think it's crazy that people write books and
without
don't. Yeah, it's wild, because there's obviously two sides to any story, especially when it comes to relationships and breakups. I was really surprised to hear that we had the same, you know, our stories were the same. So yeah, we're civil, we're friends. I mean, you know, we're you know, she filmed Southern Charm, so you know, I don't like see her, but yeah, you'll get to see that play out on Southern Charm.
How will it be for you guys to watch those conversations that you have in season 8 of the show? Like, were they emotional? Were they heartfelt? Were they?
Can't spoil too much. I haven't watched my shows in 5 years, I think. So
Really?
You'll have to tell me. Oh yeah.
Why not?
That's the only way to keep your sanity. You don't always agree with producers or editors, and if you watch your own show back, it's just gonna make you angry. So and also it's not always fun to look at yourself in those, you know, that's definitely looking in the mirror.
How does Paige feel about Naomi coming back to Southern Charm? Is she at all like wary?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't think she's concerned about it. Paige was there. I mean, Paige is on the show this year, so she was in trouble. Like, if Paige is filming, then I'm usually in New York, and then if you know, when we're filming Southern Charm, then she's in Charleston. So, no, I don't think she thought twice about it.
I did talk to her not too long ago, and she talked a lot about love and how you guys were aligned when it came to your futures. On your end, what does the next step kind of look like for you?
You know, we've only been officially dating for a little over 6 months. So as, you know, as in love as we are, we still want to do it, you know, our way and the right way for us. And taking our time is starting to get a little harder, especially after we spent, you know, basically a month together at Winter House. When we left, we weren't really prepared to, you know, not see each other every day, which was a good outcome. It could have definitely gone in the other direction. So I think obviously we're going to date for at least a year before, you know, I get to propose or do anything fun like that. But we've talked about, you know, our wedding, or, you know, what it could look like, and marriage and kids and stuff. So, I mean, you know, if it's up to both of us, you know, hopefully we get to have a family one day and do everything. So that's the plan. I'm only saying that because obviously no one plans on breaking up, so I don't want to sound, you know, naive when I say that, but we're obviously really hope that doesn't happen.
Right. I think you should propose on the 1-year anniversary of your first date. That's what my husband did.
I love that, and I've actually thought about that, so we'll have to keep that between us. But no, I mean, that would be an awesome fun thing to do.
I need you to tease season 8 of Southern Charmed. Like, what's going on?
I mean, it's definitely going to be one of our wildest years.
How do you guys continue getting wilder?
I have no idea, but something always seems to happen. And there's some really huge things that happen this year that I hope don't get leaked beforehand. I think viewers are going to have that exact reaction. Like, how does something always seem to happen on the show? Whitney's on the show a ton this year. You've got Naomi back. Paige is on. And then you've got, you know, all of your normal people on there, or, you know, people that you're used to seeing. So it's going to be a wild ride, and I'm looking forward to it now. I don't know when it comes out if I'm going to be excited, but
yeah,
just you know, you have a bunch of strong personalities that you know, like to yell at each other. So it's going to be a wild ride for sure. By the time filming starts, Paige and I are in a happy, good relationship. And I really, really hope, unlike Summer House, that Southern Charm decides to show our happy moments.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.